100.3 The Beat. Boogie D, Andre Harrell in the house. And it's kind of funny because, Andre Harrell, you have a lot to do with the legend of Diddy. And you know that.
Puff was my intern. He started in the record business with me. He lived with me. I bought him his first new car. I taught him the record business, basically.
And you also let him go, which in turn inspired him to come back with Bad Boy and go.
Well, we even gave him Bad Boy. We signed Bad Boy. The reason I let him go is because he wanted to put out Biggie, and the president's secretary was reading the lyrics. The president of MCA, who distributed us at that time, and she thought they were too. She told the president that we can't put this out, and so the president came to me and said, "Tell Puff you got to change the lyrics." And I said, "I'm not doing that." I said, "It's not for me to stifle this generation." I said, "What we need to do is satellite Puff out, give him his own office so he can run his ship the way he wants to run." I said, "I told him everything. He knows how to do it now." I said, he's going to have to come up there and argue with you himself about why Biggie should have these kind of lyrics. And so after a while, we just created a division of tension, not necessarily directly at me, because Puff couldn't take it out on me because I was the boss. He would take it out on the other staff members. So I remember one meeting we were having, and he told the general manager of the company at the time, he said, "I don't work for you, I work for Dre." And I knew he was saying that with love, but I realized it was creating a problem in the day-to-day functioning of the company. So people painted like I fired him, but I really let him go and kept him on salary and kept his artists on per diems and salary for 4 months. I looked over all his contracts for the different people that were offering him jobs, and I thought to suggest to him that Clive Davis was the best one. After what I've done for you, I said Clive Davis, the song man, can only take you to another good place.
Well, he looked out because you ended up working back with Diddy.
Yes, he came to me after I left Motown, and his label had grown. He had a couple of stars, and he's like, "Why don't you come over here and run this for me, Dre?" And because he was becoming an artist, and it was right up my lane. It was ghetto fabulous. It was hip hop soul, so obviously I knew the genre, and so I went and I did it for a while.
How did you like running Motown when you became the president of Motown? That was a big gig. Also, legendary status with just being Motown.
But it was like a legendary status of a car company went bad, meaning like how General Motors has big Escalades, and Escalades really guzzling gas, and they're obsolete now, and we're looking for different kinds of economy cars. That's what Motown was for me. I was already hot when I got there with 8 or 9 artists, so Motown was a rebuilding thing. So when I got there, they started to attack Polygram for buying all those companies. Motown for $350 million. A&M for $350 million, Island for $350 million. So it was a 5-year process where they acquired all this market share. And so when I got there, like a month into my job, we had a Wall Street meeting, and I'm sitting there at my first Wall Street meeting, and they bring up, "Well, what's happening here with Motown? It's been losing money for 12 years. And so at a corporation, they never attack the chairman of the company. They attack the individual presidents. So I started seeing my name in the New York Times about losing money with Motown. I just got there. So for me, it was it wasn't what I was accustomed to. I was accustomed to taking my time and developing artists. But I wanted, when they came to me to be the president, they said to me, "We're going to build you the biggest black record company in the history of music." So the check was right. The opportunity was a very serious opportunity, and I did learn and grow from that opportunity.
Now, see, this is what I want everybody that's listening to understand if you're trying to get into this game. Here's a man that's wore virtually every single hat in the business. And coming up, we're going to talk about how he helped Halle Berry get her first starring role. Yeah, Halle Berry! What they got to do with rap? We'll find out next. Andre Harrell's in the building. It's 100.3 The Beat.